everyone, it's Anna from PNW Blanks and Sublimation, and today we are making a back to school board. So with back to school right around the corner, I thought this tutorial would be perfect. I am working in Affinity Designer, and this is actually the second version. So Affinity Designer version 2. And the first thing I'm going to do is just import my template, and you can see that we have a black layer and a pink layer. The black layer is the actual printing area, whereas the pink layer has an offset set into it. So we want to design in the pink area, but we want to lower the transparency of our black to be able to make sure that we're still within the printing area. And I'm going to go ahead and you can either go to File, Place, or you can click the Place icon to get your design. And this design is from Blue Moose Boutique. And I love this design because it's very open-ended. It has, instead of saying first day of school or last day of school, it has a blank spot. So you can actually say, you can use it for first day or last day, or also another option would be to use it like 100 days of school. That's really popular as well. So once you get it in there, you're just going to go ahead, and I know this is pretty quick. We have a couple other more detailed Affinity Designer videos on the YouTube channel, but basically we're just sizing it down to fit in that pink square area or rectangle. And then you'll see I turned that layer back on to make sure we're still good on the printing area. And then I'm going to show you just doing it again with a different colorway design. But first we're going to add a name. So use the text tool, find a really cute kid font here, and then you can always change the color or just keep it black. It's really just up to you. So I'm scrolling through my millions of fonts, trying to find a really cute kids font. And there's a few different ones that I like using for kids. I actually ended up not going with this font. And the font that I use ultimately is called Handmade, and I cannot tell you exactly where I got this font, but it could be either fontbundles.com or Creative Fabricas, where I get the majority of my fonts because they come with commercial licenses. And first I made it blue, but then I decided since there was already too much blue in the design, I kind of like the orange. So I'm going to go ahead and add the orange. And then you'll see that I actually removed it because I was just showing you how you can personalize it with a name. But with this one, we're just going to leave it completely open-ended. So no grade, no first day, last day, nothing like that, no name or anything. And then here's that other colorway that I was talking about. So it's called Whimsy on her site, and it's so cute. I'll definitely post the link below to where you get these designs. It's Blue Moose Boutique. And like I said, you're just going to do the exact same thing. So I'm pretty much just copying and pasting my rectangle and then bringing that design in, making sure that it's sized down appropriately. You can see how I'm just grabbing the corners. You don't want to grab the sides or the top and bottom because then you're going to skew your design. So it's very important that you actually grab the corners. And then we're going to go ahead and just print. All right, our designs are printed. So here is this one. It is mirrored. So that's how we want it to be. And here is this one, the whimsy one. And we're going to go ahead and press this design right now. So while it was printing, I had my press heating up. We are all set and ready to go. So let's go ahead and prep our blank. This is made with Unisub hardboard. It is a special material made in the United States, which I just love to find things made in the USA nowadays. It's few and far between, and it's created specifically for sublimation. So it has the most vibrant results. I've tested several different items, the white hardboard from Hobby Lobby, the hardboard from Home Depot, the MDF that China sells for sublimation, and it just does not produce the same results as the Unisub. So that's all that we use for our PNW blanks. And this one has a matte finish. So I don't know if you could see that. My light's kind of making it look glossy, but I swear it's matte. And that's because, or you can tell that because it has the blue film. So blue film equals matte, the clear transparent film equals glossy. Just in case you were to order from us. The matte only comes in single-sided, so that's why this design by Julie's is so great, because she has, like I mentioned before when we were designing, you can put first or last right here. Or you could do, 100 days of school also. I know that's really popular. That was never a thing when I was growing up. Showing my age maybe. So you can use this for first or last, so then you only have one board and one-sided for both days of the year. Alternatively, you can get glossy, and that actually does come in double-sided. So for now, we're going to do the matte, and we're going to go ahead and actually put our transfer down and place our wood on top. Get it nice and centered. And then comes the fun part of actually transforming our blank wood into a fun sign. I like to use a lot of tape because sometimes the wood might stick to the upper platen if I haven't cleaned it really well, which I haven't cleaned it in a while. My fault. I'm really bad about that, but it's very important to do maintenance on your equipment, whether it be your heat press or your tumbler press. You just want to make sure that you're performing that maintenance. Printers especially, make sure that you're performing that maintenance, keeping it nice and clean, doing those print head cleans every now and then. I think I do a print head clean on mine about once a month. And that's just to keep the ink flowing nice and smooth. And I use Cyclone 2.0 ink in my Epson ET-8550 printer. So it's an eco tank printer that you pour the ink directly into it, and then that way you don't have to deal with like cartridges or anything like that to convert over. Alternatively, you can get a printer that's made for sublimation. But this printer has been amazing. My printer before that was also a converted sublimation printer. I had the ET-16500, and it was fantastic and worked for 3 years until all of a sudden the belt just snapped. That was not fun. It was Christmas. It was a rush. It was hectic. I had a huge order I had to get out. All right, so we got it all taped up. I flipped it over so the paper is on top and sandwiched in between two pieces of parchment here. And then I like to press it at about a medium pressure for 385 degrees and 45 seconds. And my PNW Cascadia Pro Press will count down from 3, 2, 1, and then beep. And then I will slowly open it because I don't know if you noticed that it got a little bit stuck. And so I wanted to kind of wiggle it a little bit so it flattened out. That's why we want to make sure it's taped really well so it doesn't shift at all and doesn't ghost. And now I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone until it cools. I'm going to pull the drawer out. That way it's not directly underneath that hot platen. Move it just slightly and let it cool. I'm not going to touch it until then, because if anything shifts, like I said, it will cause ghosting. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. It's cooled down enough now. Flip it over and then just peel it up from the transfer. Quick and easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Anna is cheesy. Must be getting late, and I must be getting hungry because I'm getting delirious. Okay. There it is. Look how cute that is. And the one thing that I like about the matte over the glossy is it's not going to show that glare in pictures. So that's just one thing to think about when you're placing your order, unless you want the double-sided, because the double-sided only comes in the glossy material. But if you don't want to have that glare in pictures, I mean, it's kind of glaring off my light. So if you had it in the sun, obviously it's going to get a little bit of a glare. But for the most part, there's no glare. So then you can offer these to your customers and they can use them, like I said, for first day of school, last day of school, 100 days of blank grade. Like right here, you write the grade, teacher, favorites, what they want to be when they grow up. It's just such a fun and memorable keepsake that you can make pictures and then compare first day to last day of the kids and just watch them grow as they go through grade school or even high school. I mean, if I had a kid, I would totally make them do this year kindergarten through 12th grade. I didn't care how cheesy it was, just so I could compare, because that would be really fun. But I don't have kids. My kids have paws and I adore them. So there is our tutorial, really quick and simple, but can actually be very profitable. So with that, I will say good night, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, please, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have tons more content coming at you. Happy pressing!